Okay, I think you guys can hear me now. There we go. Um, I don't know if there's anyone here. Hello, Happy New Year. Oh, my live chat's not working. That's weird. I'm so sorry. I don't think you guys could hear me that entire time. Um, we're supposed to be drawing OCs today, but my software is not working. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna do Krita today. Hello, welcome. I'm doing drawing requests because my whole plan just got shattered. Yeah, it won't work. Back to good old Krita. Alright, so I'm taking drawing requests today. So go ahead and put in chat what you guys want me to draw. I'll pick a background color while you guys are doing that. Like that. No, I don't want to draw a character like. I'm like so bad at drawing fan art. Like, my fan art always just makes the character look ugly, and I always feel so bad for the character. Okay, guys, so today we're drawing OCs. Oh crap. So I already drew like Timothy. I'm trying to think. Just give me a minute. This is hurting my head. Why don't you guys just like give me a character from a show to draw? That'd be way easier. Way easier on me. Like, I'm such an indecisive person. I'm just gonna doodle or like start setting up a pose. Okay, let's just do like a rando generator. Okay. I'm gonna got this. My keyboard is so loud. Okay, and for our first character, who are we drawing? Okay, scratch that. We're finding something else to draw. Oh my gosh. I'm like trying to think of like a show I'm open sharing with you guys. Ah, here it is. This is why it wasn't working. There we go. Fix it, guys. Why is the brush so big? This really concerns me. I think I'm just applying too much pressure. Okay. Okay, we're back on another app. Oh, this is such a confusing stream. Alright, bye. That's where you have to go. You know what? Go ahead and choose an OC now, because we got this working. We can go with the original plan. Choose from a wondrous amount of my OCs that is absolutely huge. I don't know why I have so many, but go ahead and choose. I hate that the stream is so delayed. It's so annoying. Okay. Also, don't mind the little doodles. I forget the names of my characters, so I have to put little doodles to remind myself who the heck they are. Venus. Okay. I'm gonna have to pull up my phone for this one. Alright, Venus. There you are. Alright, so for Venus, what are we gonna do? She's kind of like an emo sorcerer, if that makes sense. She's a lot similar to Timothy, as in she's into dark magic and so I thought. I'm gonna try and talk. I'm not very good at talking while I draw. Okay, I imagine that she's mostly. I have a lot of these characters are also unfinished, by the way. So some of them might look a little funky and out of place. That's because a lot of them are still in beta. Venus is one of them. She's a new character I just recently developed. She's a bad guy. I imagine she's going to be. I imagine that she's like really close with Timothy, as in they have very similar hobbies, so they get along pretty well. Although Timothy is in more of some of the higher rankings in the Bad Guy Corporation, but she's brand new to the corporation, so she's lower in the ranks, so they don't hang out too much. But when they do hang out, they vibe. She's slowly rising up the ranks, though. She's making her way up. Uh? Oh, what fun little characters do we get to put in these puppets? I imagine... Okay, I have no idea how puppetry works, by the way, so expect me to get this very wrong. I'm just going off of stuff I've seen on TV shows. I want to give her like a spider-like theme while still holding a bat theme similar to Timothy. One of her threads been broken. Ha 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 ha. My sketch is like so difficult to read. That's okay, that's okay. It's not like I'm giving this to someone. Okay, so here's one of the issues I come across sometimes when I'm drawing characters. She looks way too masculine, so I have to cut down on her beefy bod. Oh, now I get to draw her face. Perfect. Alright. Beautiful. She's a zombie. Mwahaha. I'm trying to talk, I promise. I was like watching my old TV show the other day, like a TV show I used to enjoy as a kid, and I noticed a bad word in it that I did not notice while I was watching it originally. And I was like, what? That was there the whole time? It's funny how you can catch stuff like that when you rewatch your childhood shows. Now I get to decide what kind of jewelry to get her. Ha 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 ha. I'm trying my best to look at the comments, but. Okay, let's see. So I've got the base of the sketch done. I imagine that her and Timothy both joined. Actually, like, I'd like to think that they both like joined the evil corporation at like the same time. But Timothy thinks that because he's like super powerful and stuff, he rose the ranks a lot quicker than her. So they went from being friends to being distant friends because they're not really able to talk as often now since they're in different ranks. It's sad. Yeah. This design is definitely temporary. I will make it better in the future. You guys should go watch TV shows you liked as a kid. They're really refreshing to rewatch. Nice little hit of nostalgia for you. Although mine are all unavailable because they're old, so. Yeah, this design sucks. This looks really bad. Why are women's hips so tall? Oopsie. There's some fluff up here. Nice. Done with the sketch. I know, like, you can't find any of those old shows anymore. It's really annoying. Especially with Cartoon Network trying to erase all their old shows. I mean, I didn't grow up with Cartoon Network, so. I didn't really grow up with cable much either. If anything, I grew up with Nickelodeon, but I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob. Which I'm glad I didn't. Like, nothing against SpongeBob, but it absolutely rots my brain. Oh yeah, Gabba Gabba. That was like the best show. I like have zero memories of that show. I just like know of its existence. It's like one of those shows. For the most part though, I grew up on Backyardigans and Ninja Turtles. I grew up with Ninja Turtles too. I never really watched TV as much as I would watch like YouTube. So, yep. I think it got canceled because people weren't watching it. Ninja Turtles is the best. I'm trying to get my friend to watch it, but she's telling me to back off. That just looks funky. There we go. Yeah, the space arc was like super hard to follow, but if you do follow it, the payoff's worth it. The main point of that show was a nostalgia factory for old fans, though, so a lot of it didn't make much sense if you were like new to Turtles, which I was, but I found a way to enjoy it, so lucky me. A lot of people would struggle to watch that show, though, just because they wouldn't recognize half the characters. I didn't really like the space arc, though. It felt a little out of place in the series. And they were just too chill with the fact that they watched their planet get sucked into a black hole. They like didn't care that much, and I wish they would have cared a little bit more. But the finale to that show was like the best finale I've ever watched in like any show. Better than the Airbender finale. Which the Airbender finale was really good too, but personally for me, Ninja Turtles had the best finale that I've experienced watching TV. Remember when I watched the finale, I accidentally skipped like 3 seasons, so I didn't know what exactly was happening. I was also like a little too young to really understand what was happening. So, you know. I'm really into Rise though. A lot of people don't like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A lot of people don't like it, but I really, really love Rise, and I really wish that more people would try it. It's a pretty good show if you give it a chance. It's like hilarious, and I love the characters in it. Yeah, I completely forgot the show existed too till I saw it on Hulu one time, and I was like, oh, oh, I watched that show. I'm gonna watch it again. And then I sat down and watched it in 2 months. I do a lot of like drawing and video games, so I like to play TV in the backgrounds. It's a nice little distractor when the process gets boring. Because like grinding in video games gets so boring after a long time, so it's good to just have that background noise to keep you concentrated. I'm thinking about uploading a clip from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of a character saying a bad word. Because I caught it. And I was like, what? I'm thinking about uploading it, but I don't know. Plus, that clip could get very easily copyrighted. I think a large majority of my audience is about my age, but you can never really tell, you know? Yeah. I heard that the new season for Ladybug came out, but I haven't looked at it yet because honestly, I didn't really like the last season too much. I just think the show is trying too hard, if that makes sense. I think everyone lied to YouTube about their age. If you told the truth, you did not want to. You clearly, it was your first time making an account. I'm pretty sure YouTube thinks I'm 37. Alright, I'll check it out. The finale to Ladybug felt like it didn't have enough build up, if that makes sense. Like, there was a ton of build up, but like wasn't the right kind of build up, if you know what I mean. And I've seen like sneak peeks of the season. I believe Hawkmoth took over the city, and everyone's like, oh well, time to go back to school. I don't know what happens. Maybe in the first episode they kick Hawkmoth out somehow. But I'm pretty sure I saw them going to school in season 5. So, okay. I think it'd be really funny though if there's just some supervillain running around blowing things up and these kids are just going to school. Just a normal day in Paris. Of course they did that with the ships. Of course they did. Although I have to say, Mary Cat is my favorite ship in the series. I love when they're both being flirty with each other. I think it's so funny. Marinette and Cat Noir together, always my favorite episodes. It's like the one part of the series they get right. Alright. And I'm only being like harsh about Ladybug because I haven't really gotten to rant about it in a long time. So I'm not intentionally trying to be harsh. It's a decent show. I just I don't know if I like where it's going really. Shows that have love triangles like that, it's really difficult to keep it interesting. You know, those shows are always like the most difficult to maintain someone's attention. Oh yeah, Lucanet. I loved Lucanet. I've been reading some reviews and I honestly agree with them. That time travel episode they had where they showed what would happen if Marinette and Adrian got together. Like basically it would doom humanity if they got together. It honestly kind of ruined the ship for me. Like, why are we supposed to root for them if it destroys reality? Like, what's the point anymore? And then it happens a second time, by the way. They destroy reality again because they got together. I don't know why they expect us to cheer for these characters anymore. I'm glad Marinette moved on from Adrian, though. That wasn't a very healthy obsession she had. It was definitely messing with her mentally. Yeah, the way they get together, but we've seen them get together multiple times now. And it just doesn't make sense. Because every single time they end up together, it dooms the world. Like, we haven't been shown a version where it turns out good in the end. So until we see that, I'm just going to assume that them dating is very bad. And also, I liked where the arc was going with the whole Cat Noir felt useless because, you know, every half the school had a miraculous now. And, like, they all had really cool powers compared to Cat Noir's. And he started feeling useless. And you want to know what they did with that plot? They threw it into the dumpster fire and said, oh, well. Like, it didn't go anywhere. Whenever it went anywhere, Cat Noir just came off as really rude and annoying. And it's just like... Like, I don't think they handled that plot development very well. Yeah. I also really liked Chloe as a character, but then they purposefully assassinated her character because they just didn't want to deal with her development anymore. That honestly made me really sad because I was really looking forward to seeing her change her heart and stuff like that. Like, that was one part of the series I was really looking forward to. I liked Chloe. Her sibling though, the new one with the Be Miraculous, I do not like her. She is so annoying. She's one of those characters where she's supposed to come off as like really nice, but she just comes off as like way too nice to a point to where it's annoying. Like you have Tanjiro, he's a genuinely like kind character. I think they were trying to do something similar with her character, to where she was just like this super kind person, but she just came off as annoying to me. Yeah, Queen Bee forever. Crap, I dropped my pen. Actually, all the audios I've been using to upload those like short videos recently, all those audios were from all those audios. Sorry, I'm like struggling to talk right now. I got them all from a TikTok compilation I was watching. where it was just like full of these funny audios, and I was like, oh, I'm stealing that. You're mine now. I actually have a few. I have like a good couple of audios still planned, at least 3. So look forward to that. Also, how are you liking that content I've been uploading lately? The drawings. I can't tell if you guys are enjoying that content or like waiting for me to get done with it. Because personally, for me, I'm enjoying uploading that content. I find it fun to explore my OCs and stuff like that. But I just don't know if you guys are really liking it. Okay. Also, the first 2 got like a crap ton of views, and the second one, and the second and third one, nobody saw it. I just found that humorous. I got like 1,000 views on the first 2, and then just 5 views on the last 2 I uploaded. Yeah. It's fun to see fan art and stuff like that. Okay, we'll clear all this chaos in the coloring. Dark humor is fun. I actually showed the meat grinder one to my mom, and she was like, wow, that was very dark. Have you seen Rise yet? Like Rise in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Or you're probably not really a Turtles fan, though. I've also been doing like a lot of Minecraft lately. I even like made a video telling myself to stop playing Minecraft. But like Minecraft is so fun, you know? I'd like to upload about the SMP, but it just doesn't really fit my content, so I don't feel like it'd really work. All right. We've got the line art done. Crap. Yeah, TMNT is the best. I want to get my friends into it, but I think I'm just creeping them out. I'm like, well, you should watch it. It's really funny. I think the main thing that like drives people away from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is just the concept. They're mutant turtles who are teenagers, but they're also ninjas. I feel like people are like, that's weird, and then they never watch it. It's not weird, I promise. Please try it. It's funny. I saw a little bit of the Back to the Future in the 2003 version, but I was just like way too young to understand what the heck was happening. I remember I was watching it and I was like, what the heck? I also heard that that was a very dislikable arc, so I don't feel bad for not knowing what was going on. I can't wait for the new movie coming out, though. It looks like it's going to be really good. I love the turtle designs so far. Yeah, Space Arc definitely dragged on a little bit. Oh, who's your favorite turtle? There are good things in the Space Arc, though, like Chompy. Chompy's the best. They're also really good, like, brother episodes in the Space Arc. Episodes between the brothers, there were a lot of those. Michelangelo? Michelangelo is a fan favorite. Everybody loves him. I personally always loved Leo, but that's because I'm really boring and stuff. In all the reincarnations of Ninja Turtles I've watched, Leonardo has always been my favorite. Although in the Bayverse movie, I think Donatello might have been my favorite in those. Yeah, Mikey's funny. I love Mikey and Rise. I like him and his character. One thing I'm looking forward to in this next movie, or at least I'm hoping what will happen, is that it won't be another movie where Raph and Leo argue the whole time. I'm hoping that will not happen this time. Because that happens in literally every single Ninja Turtle movie. Leo's like, do this, and Raph's like, no. Why not? Because I don't like you. That's another aspect of Rise I really liked. Leo and Raph never really fought with each other all the time. Not until the movie, at least. Then in the movie, of course, they fought because it's a movie. That's what happens in the Ninja Turtle movies. Oh, what the heck? I love just watching like movie reviews in the background as well. Like listening to critics talk about why a show sucks or why it's good, or why there's good plot development. And then I'll talk about this kind of stuff with my friends and they look at me weird. Yeah, I skipped that episode on my rewatch because it was so boring. That episode was really hard to sit through. Even as a kid, I was just like, it's like it was. Even as a kid, I was just so bored. I was like, this episode is dragging. I like the Wrath episodes though; those are fun. Wrath Lunar episodes are always the best. I wish Mikey and Donnie would get more screen time. I mean, Donnie definitely got a lot more screen time in like Rise, but I wish Mikey would get more screen time. I think the next movie is going to be in 3D, just like the 2012 series. I'm wondering if they're going to go for like really good animation or like aesthetic. I heard it's going to be animated similar to Spider Verse, so I am so excited for that. Yeah, that that's definitely one aspect of 2012 I don't think anyone really enjoyed. Donnie and April. Everyone thought it was weird and out of place. Even me, I was like, this doesn't feel right. I think the Leo and Karai one is worse though. I don't like when TV show companies will like ship anthropomorphic characters with humans. I don't like that. I think it's weird. Like just make an ugly female, you scaredy cats. Uh, I think it technically did the ship, and Karai is Shredder's daughter, who's actually Splinter's daughter, who gets manipulated into thinking she's Shredder's daughter, who realizes that she's Splinter's daughter until she finally becomes Leo's sister. What's Zoophile? I really want a 2012 and Rise crossover. I think that will be hilarious. Because, like, in Rise, Leo's super funny and goofy and wild, but in 2012, he's super, like, strict and, like, the sensei of the group. So I really want to see them interact. I mean, in most reincarnations, Karai is Shredder's daughter, but in the 2012 version, she was Splinter's daughter. I love the fan made ones where there's a crossover and Rise Donnie in April see the 2012 version. Like they see the ship and they're like, "What is that?" Oh, yeah, I don't like Zoophile. Please just keep the animals with the animals and the humans with the humans. Don't make it weird. Yes, the rat sensei ended up dying in the season 4 finale. It was really sad too. I totally didn't cry. Donnie is by far like one of the best character in Rise. Even though Leo's my favorite, Donnie is the best character. He's the funniest in Rise, and yeah. Although Dr. Delicate Touch is a very close second. Oh crap. I spilled something. I love how there's 3 people on stream, but only 1 is talking. Yeah, it's really difficult too. Honestly, I sit myself down and I just like think really difficultly, like what character am I most excited to see on screen? Which character would I be the most upset if they were to die? You know, things like that. And it always comes down to Leo is my favorite. I also relate a lot to Leo and a lot of his versions, especially in the Rise version of Leo. Mhm. That's how I feel about Demon Slayer. Like I cannot choose one single character I like in Demon Slayer because they're just all so good. See, I thought it was difficult for me to hate a character too until I watched Naruto and met Sakura. And I was like, oh, that's how you hate a character. I love bad guys. It's actually kind of a problem. Bad all all my favorite characters in like almost every show I watch is always a bad guy. Except obviously Ninja Turtles because the turtles are just awesome. That's one thing I like about anime. One thing I like about anime is that they have likable main characters. A lot of the characters in like Western cartoons are very unlikable. And it takes them like a long time to become relatable. Alright, well, good luck with your simping problem. I have no simping issue whatsoever. It's actually really difficult to make me love a character so much that I'll want to draw them. Because, like I said earlier, I really hate doing fan art because the characters always look ugly. But sometimes there's just that one character that you just really want to draw. I'm gonna go see the new Puss in Boots movie tomorrow. It looks really good, and I cannot wait to see it. I love Puss in Boots. He's my favorite character from the Shrek series. Believe it or not, I'm sure I'm the only person who loves him as much as I do. No, he's a really likable character. I like the therapy dog so far. Like, personally, I think he's going to be a really lovable character. One thing that they like never do in animated movies is have a quote unquote ugly character. I really like the dog's design in the movie. Yep. There's 3 people watching the live stream too, and you're the only one talking in chat. Okay. That's just about all the coloring. Now, if I were not on a live stream, I would beautify this drawing and make it look better. But, goodbye. Oh, by the way, this is the finished product. This is Venus. I don't know what the planet Venus looks like, so I'm just going to do that. There. There is no such thing as an ugly main character. Even in those movies where they like make a character that is quote unquote ugly, the character is actually quite attractive. I don't understand that. Hollywood. I think you need a refresher on how American schools work. Okay, on to the next character. Choose a way. The power is in your hands, because no one else is here. It's so delayed. Aren't you so happy to be the chosen one who gets to choose who I'm drawing? Ben. Yay, we get to draw Ben. My brother is gonna be happy. Ugh, this again. 50. 1, 2, 3. No, 5,000. Okay, that works. Why 3,000? We'll rotate it like this. Perfect. Huge, huge drawing. Ha 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 ha. And go back to having an 80 sized brush. Perfect. Okay, Ben. The Firefox, except he does not know he is a Firefox yet. Yay. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to draw a side profile because I feel like it right now. No, you get down. Down. No. My cat's trying to get up on my computer. You actually saw Ben in one of the shorts I've been uploading. He was only on screen for like a second, but he was there. I'm gonna put him in a mad scientist pose because I think it suits him. She's in a lot of the streams. You've probably seen her before. Get down! Oh, this cat. Down. I said get down! Alright. Ben is very kind. He is an engineer, an orphan, because of course. His sister is Veronica, who is another fox, or vixen, if you will. Ha ha ha. Okay. We're drawing my OCs. No one knows who these people are. And it looks like Ben. Add the hat, and that looks like Ben. So yeah, Ben is an orphan who, well, I don't have it totally figured out, but he joins the military, or not the military, but he joins like the good guys to fight with like guns and stuff, and he is trying to go to school for engineering. He will actually get one of the general's daughters interested in engineering too. Yeah. So he's fighting to get money, that way he can go to engineering school. He usually fixes a lot of the weapons and guns and bombs that break. Because this isn't, the story doesn't take place in modern day, it takes place like a while ago. I don't know, the timeline's all wacky because someone totally whacked it up, but we'll get into that later. Spoilers. But yeah, he breaks all the broken machinery, usually. He actually is a descendant of someone who has fire abilities. So later down the line, he will realize that he also can shoot fire and stuff like that. So Ben will. He will unlock his true form. Here we go. Just a little reference for me. Oh gosh. I just want to make sure I get his proportions right and stuff. Nope, that's not right. Yeah, I like old stories with like no technology because then the characters have to like figure out alternate solutions. Like stories that take place in like modern time, they're just like, here, I can fix it, and then they build a machine that does it for them. Like shows that take place back in the past. So this timeline is actually like really whacked up because someone time traveled and not only messed up the family everyone's family trees, but also just time in general. That person's actually going around trying to fix it, but more about them later. Our main characters are fighting for the kingdom for their kingdom when they realized, uh-oh, there are some bad guys out there. And then they meet some of those really bad guys. Ben is part of Team A, where he is joined by his sister Veronica, Mark II, a blender, no one knows where he came from, and Dyson, one kid who did go to college, and he's trying to become a strategist for the military. Aw, bye Moonflower. I wish I'd saw her chat sooner. At this point in time, the human animal hybrid thing ratio for Earth is about 50-50. And a lot of animals will typically gather together, whereas some of the humans who are not part animal will also tend to gather together. On and these groups will usually fight each other for various reasons. Nope, I got his outfit wrong already. While Ben isn't particularly strong like his sister, he will find his part on the team and figure out how to save the Earth. Or, not the Earth, but their timeline. The person who accidentally corrupted the timeline is trying to get rid of it. That way he can bring things back to usual. But that would also mean that Ben would not exist anymore, along with everybody else. So they're like, yeah, we gotta stop this dude. There's actually more than one person who reset the timeline. And in my next music video, we're going to meet the first person who will be responsible for resetting the timeline. I should probably just make a video talking about stuff like this. We can just technically use this as the line art. Save me some time. Oh, the chat's all quiet now. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Save me some time with the line art. Am I the only person here now? Is anybody else out there? I think I'm all by my lonesome. The chat is also like super delayed, so it takes me a while to see your messages. Oh, okay, someone's still here. I thought everyone left. I'm curious what kind of content you like to see from my channel. Like you as someone who's somewhat active on my channel. So like, what kind of videos on my channel do you enjoy the most? Cool. Yeah, I'm hoping to get my music video out soon. That way I can jumpstart the jumpstart. Haha, drum roll. So the series I'm planning to make, it was originally gonna be in like music video format, but I decided that making the music videos would just take far too long. So instead, I'm gonna do it in mini movie format. So it's like gonna come out in little mini episodes, hopefully once a week. If I can wrap my head around it and get her done. I mean, every once in a while, I will upload a music video related to the series as like a little special. Because I know you guys, a lot of people subscribe to my channel mainly for music videos, so I will try to still produce those. But they just take so long. Especially if I want them to be high quality. How would you feel about like a long video, maybe like 10 to 20 minutes long, of me just like drawing and rant, like a speed paint where I rant about the OC and what they're about, what their story is going to be. Or I could just do like a 20-minute long video of the whole cast lineup where I talk briefly about each one, each character. That way you guys can start plotting favorites. I would like to make a web comic, but I just don't feel like I have the time. Oh no, nothing is set in stone yet. I only have like half of this story figured out. Even the stuff I tell you right now might like be totally gone soon. I might be like, ah, never mind, new idea. But I imagine that most of the characters and their personalities will stay the same throughout. Because I have been designing these characters especially for quite a few years now. Hold up, where? want this mainly to be like an action comedy kind of thing. There'll be barely like any romance involved. Because I feel like things that are motivated by like romance is a little silly. So I definitely, yeah, I'm gonna try and avoid ships best I can, but I will still leave them out there because I know people are into that kind of thing. As you can see, this bomb is a dud, so he's trying to figure out what's wrong with it. Almost. There we go. He did not choose a suitable background for this one. There we go. Alright, that's number 2 done. And this here is Ben. You know what, let's change the line art color. There we go. That looks better. This drawing looks like super stiff. There we go. Adding a tent always works. He's a professional. Don't worry. He's going to school for engineering, so he knows what he's doing. All right, that's OC 2 done. All right, congratulations. You get to choose the next OC. Go ahead and choose away. The power of command over the live stream is in your hands. Go ahead and choose an OC just as Moonflower did. Alright, looks like we're drawing Zach. Alright, so alright. Zach is an amateur magician who tried to open a circus. Although his circus was like totally lame and no one came to it because it was so boring. He kept borrowing money and eventually was totally broke, couldn't afford to pay his taxes, and had to give away his circus. That's when the bad guy's leader offered to pay for Zack's taxes in return for his loyalty to the bad guys. And Zack can still run his circus now, even now, because he works for the bad guys. Zack is a peacock who loves magic, who's into magician tricks and parlor tricks. He has telekinesis and hypnosis as his secret abilities, so it's not all fake magic. Some of it's real, but a lot of it's fake. This will be a quick doodle of him, so please don't expect this to be good. While working for the bad guys, Zack will also meet Beth, who is another peacock. She has similar powers, as in her hypnosis can... she's a singer. Beth is a singer. Beth is Zack's closest companion. And Beth hypnotizes people into liking her music, because her music is hot garbage. So she tricks people into liking her music, just how Zack will trick people into liking his performance with his hypnotism skills. Crap, I'm messing up his hair entirely. I don't think I have any recent drawings of Zack I could use as reference. Folder, pictures, drawings. Be at the very bottom. Okay. Okay, there's my reference. It's not a very good reference, but it's reference. Better than nothing. His hair is like very precise and tricky. I designed his hair very specially, so it's a little difficult to replicate without the proper reference. Especially since I haven't drawn Zack in forever. But yeah, Zack's a magician. He also has this like crystal ball that can see very shortly into the future, so he can predict his enemies' attacks. Also, all the bad guys, they're going to have like their everyday outfit, and then they're going to have their fighting outfit, which is going to look cooler. I haven't decided why they have two separate outfits, but I'll figure it out. I'll come up with an excuse. Zack is actually one of my friend's favorite OCs that I've made. Because she loves the concept of a evil peacock magician. The crystal ball resides at the very top of his little staff. His staff looks somewhat like this. And right here is the crystal ball. And his staff will also break up into separate pieces that he can use as weapons. Because he can levitate stuff, so he'll levitate all the pieces of his staff and the crystal ball. and the crystal ball will basically just like hover around him, and he can just look into the crystal ball to know when he's about to be attacked. I'll just do his hands out. He's greeting everybody to his circus. That's what's happening right here. That's a bit extra. Okay, I think that looks better. There we go. I actually designed his eyes based off of Lavender Town's art style. She has very messy line work, and I like that. He has some interesting relationships with the other bad guys. Also, he's like top rank in the bad guy organization. Venus is like one of the lower ranks, but he is like the top dog kind of thing. He's up in the higher ranks with like with four other people.
Jack, are you getting ready to go to Grandma and Grandpa's? Yeah, you gotta get dressed. Come on. Y'all got a football game to watch.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Also, when you join the bad guy organization, you are also given immortality. So some of these characters are centuries old. But not this guy. This guy's only been around for about like 50 years. He's still old though, so I like to give him bags under his eyes. I'm working on redesigning some of my OCs because a lot of these OCs I've had for like years. I know this guy's at least a year old by now. So lately I've been working to like redesign some of them because their designs are old and I want to fix them. I still don't know how to draw collars. Please don't judge me. I also want to update his like color palette. I would want to update his color palette because right now, as you'll see in a minute, he's like all purple. Like every inch of his color palette is just a shade of purple, which honestly could look good, but I want to add variation in there, especially like some kind of accent color because yeah, it's completely purple. I guess we can kind of work on that right now. Try to give him something a little bit more colorful, although purple is pretty colorful. I guess we'll do his hat next. Oh no, he looks like a Tachi. I didn't want that. Crap. Oh well. People will just think this is a Naruto AU. It's whatevs. I say his accent color currently is like pitch black. And honestly, I like it. It helps it pop, but it's not very interesting or original. Um, I'm doing my best to check the comments, like the live chat thingy, but yeah. I cannot figure out how to get the live chat on OBS to work. Like it's not staying, or it's like super delayed, and it really gets on my nerves at how delayed it is. And the playing cards. What accent color would be best for him? Maybe like a yellow of some sort. Just like a very dull yellow that you can't really notice. Look, I'm using color theory. So proud. He's also very pale and old. Like I said, I imagine he's been in the organization for like a while. He's probably the oldest one still part of it. Besides, like, obviously the leader and like one other person. Besides those people, he's probably like the oldest on the bad guy team. So that's cool. While typically you don't usually age when you're immortal, he looks like he's aging even though he's not, because he's just getting more and more tired as he gets older. Because while the bad guy leader does help pay for his taxes, he still has to deal with them and deal with running a circus and bad guy stuff, and he's just tired. Like, he's not getting older, but he looks like he is. That kind of thing. And then for his eyes, they're like a really, really saturated purple color. I love making the outfit unsaturated and then just making the eyes super saturated. That way they just pop out that much more. That's why I really love Timothy's design, because he has those like nothing but shades of black in his outfit. And then he has like bright red eyes. I'm trying to find more stuff to talk about, even though I'm just about finished with this drawing. Bye.
Did you lose your last follower? I was talking to Scarlett, asking her if she lost her last follower. Jack, you just got ready?
No, you asked 5 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, that's about how long it takes to get dressed, my love. 5 minutes.
I still have to brush my hair.
Okay, nobody's rushing you. It's just asking. Chill, chill.
Feels like you guys are.
We're just making sure you're still awake, hun. You pull this up. Oh, wait. Other side. Wait, that's the hood. I'm putting my jacket on. What are you doing? You don't know how to help a lady put her shirt on?
No. So can I see them?
Ow! Yes, son, you can. Scarlett had it done.
Alright, that's the stream. Goodbye.